Let's go. We are live. Um, we are live. This is the second time I've ever gone live on YouTube. I think this is the first time I've ever gone live on Facebook. So welcome to the live. We are gonna be discussing the evolution of Ice Spice. Ice Spice's new song. Thank you to Ish Fart. We're gonna go over the lyrics. We're gonna go over the 100 try rule. And on YouTube, we have almost hit 30,000 subscribers. The goal is to hit 100,000 subscribers by summertime. I know we can do it. I'm your boy Jelani Lyon off of the 10 Lions podcast. At 5 p.m., me and the guys will be going live again. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe now so you don't miss out. And if you're not familiar with the 10 Lions podcast, there's up to 15 different episodes where we're discussing different things about Megan Thee Stallion and her beefs with Partisan Fontaine, Tory Lanez. We have discussed Drake's album, For All the Dogs. We've discussed Ice Spice. We've discussed I don't know. We've discussed different dating, men versus women's perspectives and behaviors and whatnot. So human behaviors, pop culture. So 10 Lines podcast is definitely a down to earth, as Watts puts it, podcast. Like I said, we got 30,000, almost 30,000 subscribers. So we must be doing something right. So I'm super excited. This is my second time ever going live on YouTube and now Facebook. And I'm just excited. I don't know who's in the chat. Say what's up if you're in the chat. This is my second time going live on here, so I've been doing mad different research trying to find what apps and what programs to go live on and do all types of different stuff on. So I got snow and snowflakes falling down. So winter's like probably I would say winter's my favorite season of the year. So that's why we got that going on. I think I could take that. I think I could turn this off. Nope, not with that. Y'all just gotta rock with me. Hi, okay. So yeah, we're going over the evolution of Ice Spice. She just dropped her new song. Thank you to Ish Fart. Um, but before we get into that, like I said, it's my second time ever going live, and that brings me to the 100 try rule. That once you hear it, if you hear it, you like it, you can feel free to steal it. Feel free to like give it to your friends, family, whoever, if it resonates with you. Cause I know this is a rule I'm probably gonna like teach to my kids and whatnot, or people that are in my circle or whatever. Basically, it goes, if there's something that you want to do, like if there's something that you really want to try 100 times before you quit doing it. Like if you want to say, if you want to learn how to cook, or the example I use when I try to do this live last night, for whatever reason it didn't work. So hopefully we don't have the same problem. But so basically, what I said was, if you want to learn how to ride a bike, like most kids obviously want to learn how to ride bikes, if they try that 100 times, likely they are going to learn how to ride that bike. Or whether it be a kid, a teenager, an adult, whoever, they're going to learn how to ride that bike. Or they're going to be like, you know what, this is not for me. I don't want, fuck the bike. I don't even want to learn. I don't even want to touch a bike again. I don't even want to go near a bike. So I think that applies for anything that you are passionate about, or think you might be passionate about, or have like see potential in, like whether it's dancing or cooking or starting a podcast or pursuing music or whatever. But if you drop 100 songs, you either gonna be nice or you gonna know this is just not for me. Um, and like I said, with the 10 Lines podcast, we're about to be at episode 15, so we're not even halfway there to 100. So, and I feel like we've come a long way in just 15 episodes. I can't even imagine where we're going to be at in 100 episodes. Even with this, like I did my first stream, I did 20 minutes my first stream and whatnot. So with this, I want to go at least an hour. So that's why we talking about all types of different things and ranting and raving and whatnot. Feel free to comment, engage and whatnot, so we can get this party going. What's this do? I mean, I chat you, not hiding that. All right. So evolution of Ice Spice. Ice Spice is a 24-year-old female rapper from the Bronx. She has been in the game in the music industry for about, I want to say, 2 years now. Her viral debut song was Munch. And and since since she's gotten into the game, first of all, before we talk about how since she's gotten into the game, when she got into the game and she dropped that viral song, viral sensation, it was known, or it was not known, it was speculated that she would be a one hit wonder. She would be here today, gone tomorrow. And I believe she has proven time and time again in 2 years, like not just two songs, not just three songs, not just four songs, like at least I think it's up to at least like 10 songs now where everything she drops goes viral. Everything she drops is quote unquote hit, like everything she drops is a quote unquote bop, and every like people resonate well with the music that Ice Spice is producing, like that she's creating and whatnot. I think her and her producer Riot have a super great chemistry that it's almost like they have a formula to what her sound is and what they know, how they know that her fan base in the world is gonna respond. Um, for example, this new song "Thank You to Shit" fart song, very very comical when you first hear it, but it's also gets your attention, like because like what the heck, what kind of name for a song is that, like what kind of song lyric is that? And we're actually about to break down the lyrics to see how you guys feel about the lyrics, how you guys feel about the song. We're not gonna play the song because of copyright. We're not even messing. We almost got 30,000 subscribers. We're not even messing around with the copyright. Don't want no problems. Don't want no YouTube beef. Nothing. Um, so let's go through the lyrics of her new song, "Thank You to Shit." Fart. All right, here we are. So yeah, so the chorus goes, "Thank you to Ish, girl. You're not even the fart. Grah. I be going hard. I'm breaking their hearts. Like girls be quick, but I'm quicker. Girls be thick, but I'm thicker. She could be rich, but I'm richer. Damn." That's how the hook goes. Then we go to verse one. Says, taking her man. Don't give a F out in the yams. And I'm keeping one tucked. I make me some jams. Unlock the advance. I said 400 bands just to do my little dance. Okay. Uh girl, I'm a brand. Girl, I'm a baddie. I get what I want. All in Balenci. I look like a bum. I said this before. I don't know any Balenci. I don't know any bum that's in Balenci unless they in Cali or something like that. And they got some they found some like handed down to them. Like they where I'm from, there ain't no bums in Balenci. So she said I got the Jaddy. He just want to hump. Walk through and start shaking my hips. I'm a dip when I stack all my chips. Strip a dummy. I want the whole fit. I got a French guy sending me tips. God. And that is the whole first verse. Um the hook is the same as I said at first. So we're just gonna go right into verse two. His girl at home playing dress up. She must have thought she could catch up. I got my foot on their necks. I can't let up. She all on the floor. Told her get up. She my son, but I ain't her mammy. Girls can't stand me. He threw my panties. Hard not life, no Annie. I need a vacay. I'm losing my tan. I'd lose anything before my man. I'm a pretty girl. I don't like fighting. I'm a pretty girl. I don't like fighting. On the beat, I'm going Super Saiyan. I said, mirror, mirror, who is the fairest? Leave a bum guy looking embarrassed. Spend 150 on some carrots. That shit cray, like them boys in Paris. Wow, I'm your first viewer. What's happening? Yo, Parsnip, shout out to you, guy or girl. Um, second live. We doing our second live stream right now. So we going crazy. We talking about Ice Spice's "Thank You to Ish" single. How you feel about it? I just read the lyrics. In my opinion, In my opinion, this is not one of my like top five Ice Spice songs. I think it's gonna do well because I think it's gonna do well. UK white, just over wide age. Where am I? Is UK like you from United Kingdom or UK like you know? Let me know what you meant by that. But yeah, this is not my top five Ice Spice songs, but I think it's gonna do well because it was marketed so well beforehand. It was one of those drop the snippet and then people go crazy. People have been going crazy about the song for like at least 2 weeks now. So the fact that it built anticipation, it built excitement for the release of it. So I think regardless how I feel about it, it's gonna do numbers. People have already been going crazy. It's already been going viral on TikTok and whatnot. So I'm excited and looking forward to her next drop, whether it be an album or an EP or a next single. My favorite Ice Spice song goes to Delhi. Because I think that the beat goes crazy. I think she rides the beat crazy. The video's fire. So that Delhi song, male single pronoun. All right, Parsnip. He's a he and his. I mess with those pronouns. Respect to the pronouns. But yeah, Ice Spice is has as far as she's considered. What I thought was funny about this is her Munch song. This Thank You to Ish. No, the her debut song or debut viral single Munch goes. You thought I was feeling you. That guy is a munch. And this new song goes. You think you the shit, girl. You're not even a fart. Like it's like I feel like they're so close with how like with the thought process, the flow. Like I don't know, I haven't heard anyone make that comparison, but like I think this song is really not I don't like it as much as Munch, but I feel like lyrically it is comparable to Munch. Just her talking to a girl versus her talking to a guy. So I don't know if she did that deliberately or like purposefully, or if she was just like she just caught a vibe and she went with it. Um, yes, okay, across the pond. Shout out to England across the pond. That's fine. You're gonna have to teach me some English lingo. Because the English, the British men be the accent is so fire to me. That and like UK rap too is like I find that so fire. What is your world like there? What age are you? I'm in New York, upstate New York. 27 years old. Um, it's cool here. It's alright. You know what I mean? You get by. It could be better, it could be worse, but maybe one day the 10 Lions podcast will be out in England and UK doing like a world tour and whatnot. So definitely excited. Shout out to you. I hope you check out the podcast that is on the channel because we like I said, we shooting our 15th episode today. And I'm super excited about it. We got 30,000 subscribers or almost 30,000 subscribers. So it's super fire. Are you religious? I believe in God. I'm a Christian Rastafarian. I am I religious? I would say I'm more spiritual than religious, but I definitely believe in God. I talk to God. Um, I have my brother passed about almost 10 years ago now, and he's definitely an angel of mine and whatnot. So I don't know, take that how you want to take that. I think I'm more spiritual than religious, but I also do believe like heavily in God and whatnot. Yo, Parsnip, you got some good questions, guy. You should be an interviewer. You should be you onto something. All right, but back to Ice Spice. Y'all let me know. I don't know whether you're in the chat or you see this live hours from now or whatnot. Let me know how y'all feel about Ice Spice. Um, when I was unsuccessful with trying to drop this second live last night, one thing that I would went as far as like a I thought of as far as a comparison is one thing that's been a comparison, that's been a topic of discussion on 10 Lines podcast is Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj's career as of late compared to like the new female rappers such as Doja Cat, such as Ice Spice, such as Megan Thee Stallion, such as so and so and so and so. So my take is that the new female rappers are killing the game more so than Nicki Minaj is right now. Nicki Minaj is like obviously she has a crazy successful career. She's obviously done her thing for over a decade. but she is not in her peak anymore. She's not in her prime anymore, and her music, in my opinion, shows that. Excuse me. These girls today, these new female rappers, are hungry, fresh out the gate, and girls like female rappers like Ice Spice is going viral every time she drops. So that's my take on it. That's been my take on it on the podcast. My new take is that Ice Spice is 2 years in. Now, if you compare Ice Spice's career to Nicki Minaj's career 2 years in, I feel like that's a very, very interesting comparison because also Ice Spice is not signed to a Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne did not put Ice Spice on, and she's also not label mates with a Drake. So it's like Nicki Minaj had that, and also freaking what's it called? Um, on the podcast, it's said that Nicki Minaj, in her early career, she was rapping with Kanye and Drake and Eminem and da da da. This Ice Spice girl, female rapper, 24 years old, has rapped with Nicki Minaj. She got 2 songs with Nicki Minaj. She got songs with Taylor Swift. She got songs with Lil TJ. She got songs with Rema. She's got all these different collaborations in only 2 years, without the pushing of a Lil Wayne, without the pushing of a Drake, and they're all different people. Like Taylor Swift is nothing like Nicki Minaj. Lil TJ is nothing like Rema. Like, and I think I'm missing one. Honestly, I think there's one more other collab. Pink Panthers or whatever. That song went crazy on TikTok too. So it's like it's very, and she got a brand deal from Dunkin' Donuts. She had her own meal or something like that, own meal or drink or whatever. So it's like I think it's really crazy that how crazy she's going off. Like she's just doing her thing and whatnot. So it's very fire to me. It's very fire to watch. But again, the barbs on the podcast when we talk about whether it's the podcast episodes or the TikToks that I make, the reels or whatever, barbs are always in the chat going crazy for Nicki Minaj. They're like, no, this, no, that. Not really saying, like, not really combating what's being said, just like, how can you compare how can you compare Ice Spice to Nicki Minaj? Da, da, da. I'm just like if you're gonna defend Nicki Minaj, defend her properly because if you're just gonna like just have a rant or like say nonsense, then it's like it's not really a intelligent conversation or whatever. Like I want to compare the two for different reasons, not just to say I'm not saying Ice Spice is better than Nicki Minaj. I'm not saying Ice Spice has had a better career than Nicki Minaj. She's only been in the music industry for 2 years. That's like saying, um, when Victor Wembanyama or whatever the tallest guy in the NBA who's killing the game right now has had a better career than LeBron. Even though he's killing the game right now, you can't say that he's had a better career than LeBron. LeBron's been in the game for 21 years, been killing it for 21 years. But you can compare his Wembanyama's first year to LeBron's first year. But the hell do I know? You know what I mean? Parsnip is doing his thing, man. If you in the chat right now, say what's up to Parsnip. Parsnip, is that your name? Like, or is that just like, I get that that's your username, but like, what do you go by? If you have a label, you have an owner. That's a fact, Parsnip. That's a fact. That's why you got to do it. But the thing with that is, I like that point too. The thing with that is, yes, if you are an artist with under a label, you have an owner. Facts. But if your deal ends, like it's smart to, I feel like it's smart to be signed to a label for a period of time in your career. So you get that exposure from the label, you get that that push, that promotion, that all that jazz, and you go on worldwide tours, festivals, all that jazz. Gain the fan base that you need to sustain yourself. And then when your deal is up 2-3 years, 4-5 years, whatever the case may be, is then you do it on your own. And then you took everything from the label or everything you could from the label, and now it's all yours. You know what I mean? Like the rapper Russ is always preaching about being independent. But he was also signed to a label at one point. Who else? I think Jordan Lucas is now independent. He was once signed to a label. Drake, obviously Drake, J. Cole, they were both signed to labels like Young Money or whatever the big label that belongs to. But now they own they're the CEOs of their label, like OVO and Dreamville and whatnot. So you got to start somewhere, build from where you start, and then take off. That's what I feel like most artists don't know or realize that. But hey, you gotta learn at some point. All right, so we went over Ice Spice, her new song, went over the lyrics. Y'all let me know if y'all messing with the new song. Um, as far as her evolution, she got Munch, Deli, In Her Mood, Princess Diana, that whatever the other Barbie song she had with Nicki Minaj. Like she's been in movies, not been in movies, but her music has been in movies and whatnot. Bikini Body, Bikini Bottom, Pretty Girl with her and Rema and Gangsta Boo. Like she's got a nice catalog for 2 years. Like it's like I don't know. I feel like people gotta stop sleeping on her success rate. Like and the quality of music she's putting out. She's not putting out like real lyrical, thought provoking music, but I feel like there's a place in hip hop and a place in rap for not intellectual sound, like for like just bops, just jams, just shit you play in the club, just shit you drive to or whatever, shit just to get lit to. You know what I mean? Like Migos or Travis Scott. I feel like Travis Scott's a little, a little bit of both. Like I feel like some of his songs do have like either dope lyrics or dope messages and whatnot, but you can also hear Travis Scott in the club or what is it? What is it called? In a mosh pit, like going just going dumb, mad energy. Music is a soul other souls need to hear before connecting to the source. Music is a soul other souls need to hear before connecting to the source. You know what, Parsnip? That was deep. I don't even know if I could break that down, but that's it sounds good. It sounds fire. What else we got to talk about? What else we got to talk about? Um, we got we got this Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion deal to talk about. If y'all want to talk about that, we almost at 30-minute mark. We got a little bit more time before the 30-minute mark, but this Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj thing is getting real spicy. It's getting real hot and spicy, and it's only been like 48 hours. It's only been like 48 hours, and these girls are going nuts. These women are going nuts. Um, how do y'all feel about the Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj beef? Whose team? Whose side are y'all on? Are y'all team Nicki? Y'all team Megan? Are y'all team Hotties or team Barbs? I definitely need to hear that in the comments. And also I'm gonna be talking about the beef, the feud with the guys at 5 p.m. when we do the 15th episode of 10 Lions podcast. I'm gonna be live, talking it up. So this guy is just trying to get in the press. Who, me? Or is that's for something else? All right, that's for something else. But yeah, so like let's just since I got my iPad right in front of me, let's go to so basically it starts off with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion dropped a song. It's called Hiss. My only thing with Megan Thee Stallion and her song Hiss, I think the song itself was well thought out, smart, and strategic. Um, because she in the song, it's a diss track without name dropping one name. She comes at Partisan Fontaine, Tory Lanez, Nicki Minaj, Drake. I even saw that she came at the baby. Just just took shots at everybody under the sun. So that in itself, from a marketing business standpoint, that was genius. And on top of that, it wasn't as messy as just going on Twitter and complaining about all these different people. You put it in a song, and now that song is getting ran up. That song is the source of what has broken the internet over the course of the last 48 hours. I think Ice Spice's song is still #1 on YouTube, but neither here nor there. Now, since that has dropped, like hours later, Nicki Minaj was going in the studio to go over to go over her diss track against Megan Thee Stallion. Girl was wasting no time. This live is sponsored by 10 Lines Podcast, the best new up and coming podcast you ever did see. If you don't know, now you know. Make sure y'all tune in to the 10 Lines Podcast. But back to Megan and Nicki. All right, so she puts out this Hiss track, and it's kind of that sounds like a pun or a play on words. Hiss track, diss track. But my thing is, this is her take on it. This is what Megan had to say about the diss track on the Breakfast Club.
Called Hiss. Could you tell us what the name means first of all?
Basically, when a snake feel like you've been playing and like doing a whole bunch of swaying, it's basically telling you to back off. Like, I hear you, I see you, get up off me now. Basically, that's what it means.
Now you put out this warning and you say every time I get mentioned, one of y'all gets 24 hours attention. I'm finna get this off my chest and lay it to rest, right? So is it for
Per usual?
Per usual. How do you handle that without giving the negativity light, but still speaking up and defending yourself?
It's for these like men or women.
You got a sense of the whole thing.
Every time one of these motherfuckers making a say your name, they get 24 hours of attention. Basically, I understand what y'all doing, and I want y'all to get up off me.
You put out this.
That is what Megan Thee Stallion had to say about her diss track or his track. So my only thing about his track that I think she could have tweaked or done better or whatever, like changed, is that she describes the his track as like, so when a snake is being bothered or being pressed by another animal or whatever, it hisses as a means to defend itself or warn that predator or animal or whatever the case may be. So it's like, but by dropping the song, but by that meaning or that description and dropping the song called Hiss, doesn't that make you the snake? Like, doesn't that mean you're calling yourself a snake? And it's just like, she dropped the song before this song. She just dropped a song called Cobra, I believe last month, where we believe she's dissing Partisan Fontaine. So by the song being called Cobra, I assumed that she was calling Partisan the snake, but it seems like she's rolling with this snake theme for her album that we assume is dropping, because she's causing a lot of controversy, leading up to what we would assume would be an album and whatnot. That's my only, I think, is a misfire or like a swing and a miss, because like, why would you call yourself a snake unless you fuck with snakes heavy, or unless you like you're looking at it from the perspective as a snake is a dangerous animal if provoked. So it's like, unless you're not looking at it like, oh, a snake is untrustworthy, like snake is usually a term for untrustworthy people. And saying that out loud, Megan Thee Stallion as of lately has been an untrustworthy person. So it's like, it's funny to break that down, dissect it, and unpack it. But yeah, so that is her song is what really caused like mayhem in the music industry. One quote, one lyric that she says, that the world or we or whoever you want to call it is inferring that is aimed or targeted at Drake is, so these guys hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. Real curvy, no edging. Guys fight to get in my section. Don't speak on my body count. If the D ain't worth coming back for seconds. Cosplay gangsters, fake ass accents. That That sounds like multiple shots at the boy Drizzy Drake. It's unfortunate. Parsnip, what you say? Later, man. My input. Get back to your roots, local to you. Spread the good vibes you hear. Don't fuel corporations. Fuel the art, the soul, the sound, the music. My thoughts. Yo, Parsnip, you a dope guy. I hope you subscribed. But yeah, back to this. Cosplay gangsters, fake ass accents. Right there, that's shots at Drake, unfortunately, because Drake has been known to make hard records, and even more recently, been talking about killing people and doing like just doing real gangster shit, like it like, but also on top of it, having like he's been known to partake in different cultures and then take on different accents in his music, trying to portray or relate or bridge the gap between different cultures and whatnot. Also, it was rumored that Drake had surgeries to reshape his body, his torso, or whatever. Don't know if that's fact or fiction, but that was rumored. And so when she says these guys hate on BBLs and be walking around with the same scars, Jesus, that's another like direct, very very direct, without saying a name, at a target at what seems to be Aubrey Drake Graham. Um, so and Drake went on to obviously
you the type of nigga tell a nigga I didn't say.
Obviously Drake has what the hell? Krishan just got Blueface tatted on her face. Oh my god, I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. The world is in a crazy place. Oh my god, because she covered it up on her neck, on her throat, and then got it on like the side of her cheek. I'm over it. I can't even. I don't even tap into them, and they just come up on my feed, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, I can't even block them. Oh my god, that was crazy. All right, I'm trying to go to Drake's page because the same like hours later, he makes a post like just a quick little picture of himself on Instagram. The caption reads, "Everyone asks, is it better to be feared or loved? But no one tells you what happens when you're both of them." So take that how you will, take that as you like, as you may. I don't know what Drake is planning to do with this whole Megan the Stallion situation. Um, I know Drake to we I know if you're a Drake fan, you know Drake to be very prompt when it comes to disses or beefs or whatever in the rap industry, the music industry and whatnot. He's very thorough, very strategic when it comes to that. I don't believe that Drake has been dissed by a female rapper before. Fact check me if I'm wrong, but I don't know Drake to have been dissed by a female rapper before, because the biggest female rapper in the game obviously has been Nicki Minaj for the last 10, 12, 15 years or whatever. Um so this is very interesting. I know that he's not going to do like a back to back diss track like he did with Meek, because that would be, I think that would be too much. If anything, when it comes to women in his music and lyrics and whatnot, he's even more so either mysterious or discreet or what have you. Um, so I'm very interested to see what he does with this Megan Thee Stallion situation. Um, I think if anything, a he might give like a sidebar or like a sneak diss, if you will. But I would doubt it would be a whole. Okay, I'm live on Facebook. That's fine. Um, yeah, I doubt it would be a whole diss track like we're accustomed to hearing, because his diss tracks go crazy. His production's always crazy. He usually rips whoever he's talking about to shreds. So I don't think that he would do that with Megan Thee Stallion. But honestly, I because like I want to say because it would be like too much of like bullying. like a man versus a woman is never a good look. But it also might be dumb interesting just because of her whole beef with Tory Lanez. To see Drake come at Megan Thee Stallion amidst the whole amidst the whole Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion beef and like case that's going on, and him in jail, and hopefully the free Tory hopefully gets out of jail. Are you kidding me? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Yeah, that for Drake to come to like his defense or say something, like say anything, like I would pay for that. I would pay to see that. But yeah, that's funny stuff. As far as like the thought of that to me is funny. So I can't wait to see what he does. If he does anything, I'm excited, and I am tapped in. I don't think Partisan Fontaine, if you're familiar with Partisan Fontaine, he put out a single about Megan Thee Stallion because they were in a relationship for about, I want to say, 2 years. His single was called "The Person," and he addresses everything from cheating allegations and her character and different things of that nature in a rap song, the way a rapper should. He addressed it as a rapper, as a musician, as a creative, respectfully. But he got a lot of attention from the Shade Room, from different blogs, from different media sources when he did this. So when she says boys or guys or men want that 24 hours attention, they mention her for 24 hours of attention, that directly points at Partisan Fontaine. And or Tory Lanez and or Drake. But you will just have to continue to wait and watch and see what happens. Nicki Minaj, we mentioned Nicki Minaj and her diss track that she's cooking up supposedly. I don't know. That's another thing. I feel like at this point, Nicki Minaj has been doing more than Megan Thee Stallion. Not even, in my opinion, not even in a good way. In my opinion, Megan Thee Stallion handled things. She had a beef, she had issues, she had a problem, and she handled it through her music. She handled it as a musician, as a rapper, through her music and her rap and her bars, her lyrics and whatnot. So, but Nicki Minaj, her track it's called Bigfoot. Her track is supposed to drop Monday, tomorrow. And it's just like, up until now, Nicki Minaj has gone on like novels of rants on Twitter since Megan Thee Stallion's his song has dropped. She's been nothing but on Twitter, on Instagram Live. I'm about to play you the clip, and it's just like, let me just play you the clip because I don't get it. I don't subscribe to it, but I'm here to talk about it. Play it acapella, man. Play it acapella, because I just thought I'd have a little fun. We've been celebrating all year. Hey, bad like 6 foot. I call it Bigfoot. The big I said, get up on your good foot. Wait, I play it again, man. I ain't here. I don't think. Hey, What is that? What is that? Like, I get it. You said she got a big foot. Said she was 6 foot. You're making fun of the possibility of her getting shot and tell her to get up on her good foot. Like, first of all, that's not really bars. That's really like Cat in the Hat. Like, in my opinion, that was not that fire. Secondly, who does that? Who posts the like? Like the most of that was just her laughing. Like it was just like, and then she's on IG live, and it's just like, why if you're in the studio recording and you're like, it's been 48 hours, why don't you just put the song out? Like, just put the diss track out. Megan Thee Stallion wasn't like joking or laughing when she made this song and like adding so and so or causing all this like publicity or whatever. Like, that's my beef or my issue with Nicki Minaj is that you are supposed to be quote unquote the queen of rap. Why do you do all this extra stuff instead of just rap? Like, not to say that you can't do anything, be who you are, but it's like you do more of the act, like the just acting childish or acting like you have different personalities or just obnoxious or whatever. And it's just like, that's not what royalty is. Like, that's not what the top of the food chain does. Like, you are supposed to be the queen of rap, but then you act like a commoner. If you got the time, I'm not famous, I'm not rich, I'm not any of those things. I don't have the time to be on Twitter tweeting 100 tweets. Like, the fact that you got time to tweet 100 tweets or like 30 tweets at one specific person. And honestly, I didn't even say I said it to my mans. I said it to my mans because we're gonna talk about it at 5 o'clock today, live on YouTube, for the 15th episode of 10 Lines Podcast. Like, the reason, the diss that Megan Thee Stallion had towards Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna find it. So I don't even misquote it. I'm sexy as I'm still. Show me. It's the Megan's Law. Maybe I might have to type it up. Megan's Law is what it is. That is what is the sneak diss that is targeted at Nicki Minaj. So and I gotta type up Megan's Law to say what the Megan's Law correctly, and then I gotta type up the lyrics so I say the lyrics correctly. Jesus, man. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan's Law lyric. So this bar is at Nicki Minaj. Hopefully, so basically, it's a short lyric. Oh, and I got it explained. Oh, it's lit. It's lit. Where is it? Oh my god, this site I'm on is like really like accurate. They got the breakdown of Partisan, Drake, Tory Lanez. They was on top of it. All right, so it says for Nicki Minaj, now for the lyric that triggered an viral internet feud, Meg also threw some not so discreet shade at Nicki Minaj, well, not directly at her, but rather at the fellow rapper's husband, Kenneth Petty. Megan raps, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes mad at Megan's Law," referring to the statute mandated in all states that gives the public information about registered sex offenders. I don't even have to look up Megan's Law. I already did it, so I'm gonna read it. Megan's Law requires convicted sex offenders to register with the state and provides parents and other concerned members of the community with their information. So the lyric goes again. It goes, "These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes be mad at Megan's Law." That is a diss. That is such a fire diss at Nicki Minaj's husband because Nicki Minaj is registered as a sex offender. And so Nicki is really tripping. Tripping. Nicki Minaj is tripping on Twitter, on IG Live, everywhere. Because Megan Thee Stallion, like, all she said was that y'all are mad at Megan's Law, which is about sex offenders. So it's like, if you didn't even react to it, it would have went over mad people's heads. Like that went over that. Oh, that honestly went over my head. So the fact that she's mad at that is wild and insane. Not even it's not wild that she's mad at it. It's wild that I don't know. It's like you're mad at Megan, but you're married to a sex offender. So it's just like the bar is there. Like I don't know. You have she Nicki for in my opinion, Nicki Minaj really has to cook to beat that. That was and it's the fact that it's Megan's Law and it's Megan the Stallion said it. That's a really good bar, and I'm willing to fight anybody over it. Oh my god! But Bigfoot drops tomorrow, so I think it drops at midnight. I don't even know. We'll see what it's about. I might go live, and discuss it and whatnot, but you never know. That is insane. I literally just figured out what that meant today. Like this 48 hours of Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj has been wild. Let me see if I got anything more for y'all. I think this is another Nicki Minaj thing.
You stupid hoe. What you did to Kelsey was disgusting. What you put that woman through. You put your black friend, a young black woman, let her be bullied nonstop. Went on Gayle King. You was lying to the queen and you went lying to the king. Ding, ding. Okay. Uh-huh.
I can't do
Thinking
this.
I care. I wish when
I can't do this. I honestly, as Barbs, I don't even know how you defend this big type of behavior. I don't. I'm just dumbfounded. Like it's very concerning. Oh, one last thing, because I got it.
Take that. You take that.
Still can't believe that Krishan thing, but Ruby Rose had commented on the feud, and I took a screenshot of it, and I couldn't find it. I don't know how I couldn't find it. I was tight. I couldn't find it because that shit was gold. Maybe Academics posted it. Big Ac. Come on, Ruby Rose. I'm about to like search up hashtags. I definitely seen it. Ruby Rose. Nicki Minaj. Yeah, Ruby Rose definitely tapped in.
old school. Got my Mac notebook.
All right. So Ruby Rose says she took a screenshot of her IG live, and Ruby Rose had this to say: Nicki Minaj is evil as F. Only option to marry was a pedo. Girl is evil, pretty in the face, but body botched as F. Evil spirit ass girl, old as F, trying to keep up. Ozempic, I don't even know what that word means. Ozempic really saved her big back self. Oh my God. Beefing with these young girls so lame. She's washed. You're 40. Take care of Papa and your drug addiction. Oh my God. Why is Ruby Rose going crazy like this? Apparently Nicki Minaj and Ruby Rose were close friends. I don't know what happened. She clearly sees a different side of Nicki Minaj. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, On other topics, as far as Partisan Fontaine and Tory Lanez, I can't be on Megan Thee Stallion side. Free Tory, free the boy Tory. But as far as this Megan Thee Stallion versus Nicki Minaj situation is concerned, I gotta be on Megan Thee Stallion side because she's not acting childish. She's not acting obnoxious. She has a point as far as the Megan's Law is considered. And Nicki Minaj is just going on rants and not moving. She's not even moving like a rapper. She's moving like a child, in my opinion. Like, so if you're a part of the Barb community, set me straight, make it make sense. We are almost at the 50 mark, or we are at the 50 mark. We're almost at the 1 hour mark. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that the streaming app that I'm using is working correctly, because last night I tried to do the same thing, talk about the evolution of Ice Spice, talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, and it didn't work. So I'm happy that it's working. Right now I'm broadcasting off of my phone, but I definitely will very, very soon, hopefully like this week or next week or February, be streaming off my computer, off my phone's camera, and then onto my computer. It's a lot of nerdy stuff. It's a lot of nerdy technical stuff. So I'm just excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for 10 Lines podcast. I'm excited. We almost got 30,000 subscribers. We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers by summertime. YouTube is YouTubing. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share, make sure you tap in, because we want to push the engagement to the next level. Shout out to Parsnip, my boy was in the comments commenting. And yeah, if you see this once the live is over, you see this in an hour or 2 hours or the next day or whatever, just make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment. Because this is all good stuff. We only talking about good stuff. We only talk about fire stuff. We're giving fire perspectives, and we're dissecting things in ways that not everyone else is discussing them or dissecting them and whatnot. So, like I said, we go on live again at 5 p.m. With the 10 Lines podcast. Me and my guys will be going live. It will be lit. So just make sure you tap in. So yeah. One thing I want to emphasize before we get out of here is that 100 try rule. If there's anything that you are passionate about or are interested in, like heavily interested in, and you want to give it a shot, but give it 100 shots minimum. Give it 100 shots minimum to see how you really feel about it. Like, that's the best piece of advice I've been able to come up with, and I feel how I've given in a long time. But yeah, you can't know if you're good at something before you do it 100 times or not. Excuse me, in my opinion. I do music. I don't even know if I put out 100 songs yet, but I know that I'm good at it. I know that I do well at it. We, with the 10 Lions podcast, we haven't even dropped 50 episodes yet, but I know that we're good at it. I know that we're doing our thing with it, and I know it's only gonna go up from here. I can't wait to see where we're at by episode 100. Probably at a new table, in a new place, with new lights, new mics, new everything. So we already got different people from. Oh, that's another thing. If you are subscribed, if you are tapped in, tuned into the content, make sure that you comment where you're from. I want to know where everybody's from. I think it's so fire when people tell me they're from Cali or they're from Georgia. Parsnip was from the UK. Shout out to England. Like, it's so fire to connect with so many different people from either around the country or around the world or what have you. Like, we have almost 30,000 subscribers. It's only gonna go up from here. So let me know where you're at. I also plan on by next month dropping 10 Lines podcast merch. So if you love what the content that you're getting, if you love the content that you're seeing, you're absorbing, and that we're creating, make sure, let me know, A, and B, let me know if you want merch, because I'm gonna take that information, that feedback, and then see what's up with it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna move accordingly with it. But I definitely plan on dropping a small batch of merch, then a bigger batch, then a bigger batch. Like, just work our way up as far as merch is considered. 'Cause I feel like I feel like merch is always fire. Merch is always fire, and it's a dope plateau. It's a dope like level up with the 10 Lions podcast. Like, it's concrete. It's fire. It's like, come on, like, are you kidding me? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Um, but yeah, so merch is dropping. Merch is most definitely likely dropping next month. I'll have links to the merch and whatnot. Just tell me if you're looking forward to it. Tell me if you're excited for it. Tell me something so I know, like, okay, she wants this, he wants that, they want this, they want that. You know what I mean? So we're all on the same page as far as the merch is considered. Like, subscribe, share. And let me know if, honestly, let me know if there's anything else I could be doing. That'd be cool. Like, give me some. I feel like Parsnips just tapped in. I don't think he I think that was our first ever interaction, and he was like giving. We actually really was having a conversation, giving some insight and whatnot. So, um, let me know if there's more that you want to see from the podcast, or more that you want to see from me in my like solo videos, or if there's more that you want to see in the reels, or you know what I mean. If you want to see behind the scenes or whatever, like I'm never gonna dismiss feedback or opinions or perspectives and whatnot, because that's gonna help me grow. It's gonna have to help the podcast grow. That's gonna help, like, people who don't want to hear perspectives or opinions. They don't necessarily want to grow. You know what I mean? If you feel like you're a know-it-all, you're gonna block out any knowledge that you didn't know. You know what I mean? Um, I think I'm good at a lot of things, or I think I'm good at some things, but there's obviously a world of things I have no knowledge about. But I'm doing my damnedest research when it comes to YouTube, because I feel like I've learned so much in the last month. But I know by the end of the year, I will have learned so much more. So, super fire. The experience, the journey, is super fire. And like I said, at 5 o'clock today, we are going live again. But I will have my boys with me. I'll have Watts with me. I'll have Devon with me, and we'll be discussing. We'll be discussing this Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion beef, but we will also be discussing different dating, men versus women behaviors, and or relationships, and or just different perspectives. It's gonna be three guys talking about it. So, ladies, don't be offended. Guys, if you with us, let us know if we on point or not. And then sooner or later, we'll have different women on the podcast to also chime in and discuss these different topics, so that it's not just men talking about dating. So it's not biased. You know what I mean? So we can have a creative discussion with both genders, both sexes, and whatnot. So, super exciting. I'm super hyped. I love doing this. Love y'all. Please, like I said, reach out, engage, comment, talk to me, because I think all of this is fire, and I put like 6 days a week, if not 7 days a week, into this. So, like, any engagement is definitely fire for me, definitely dope. Um, and yeah, I don't bite. So talk it up to me, and give me feedback. Tell me what you want to see, and we'll make it happen. We are at almost 59 minutes. Uh Oof. Super excited. Um, Last thing I'm gonna say to y'all. If I had to say, I don't know if you guys have heard the whole debate whether how many holes does a straw have? How many holes does a straw have? My answer is two. 1, 2. If this hole was closed off, there'd only be one hole. Some people say it's one long hole, or it's one continuous hole, or whatever the case would be. Is I'm like, that's insane. That's like if a tunnel only had the entrance hole, you couldn't get out of the tunnel. I don't know. I think that's common sense to me. I'll be arguing with everybody about it. We are about to hit the first successful 1 hour live stream mark. I know Kai Sinat does live streams for 8 hours. I'm working my way up there. And we just hit it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the people that see this an hour from now or days from now or whatever the case may be. Shout out to the new subscribers. And like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all that so we can continue to grow. Really appreciate y'all. And I will see you again at 5 p.m. today. Until next time.